The Jersey Shore expected to see a rip currents and storm surge from Isaias. This is a live look at Belmar right now. You see the waves starting to pick up out there, Monmouth County, which extends from the Atlantic Ocean to a few miles from the Delaware River near Trenton. So joining us live to talk about the situation is Sheriff Shaun from the Monmouth County Office of Emergency Management. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Yeah, we're here in the Seabright Highlands Bridge over here by Sandy Hook. And the wind certainly picked up a little bit over here in the course of the last hour.
I can see your hair blowing. I can hear it on the microphone. Yep. The winds have definitely picked up. Talk to me about the preparations that are in place for this storm, because I know you guys are trying to be as prepared as possible.
Sure. With the governor's declaration of emergency, our emergency management team is in full effect, and at our operations center, of course, monitoring and working with our partners, particularly the utility companies. We expect a lot of wind, more so than rain event here in Monmouth County. The wind will obviously cause some down trees and power outages that we're concerned about. We have been working with our businesses. One of the biggest things with COVID-19 is that we have a lot of outdoor dining facilities, and with that comes a lot of tents, umbrellas, and plastic tables and chairs that are prone to blow around. And so we're encouraging all our businesses to bring those in, secure them, because with high winds, they become really dangerous projectiles.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially with outdoor dining. And, winds are of a major concern, especially with flying debris. I want to talk about the evacuations and possible evacuations and what you have prepared for that, because you've actually have extensive plans in place for that.
We did with COVID-19, when we look at social distancing, we had to increase our sheltering capacity, though we don't anticipate any shelter or evacuation operations today with this storm. We did have to increase our space for sheltering, so lease space for additional large shopping center and 2 hotels, as well as additional PPE and gear that is necessary for social distancing in the shelters. And so those present a whole host of challenges for my emergency management team, but those precautions are well in place and at the ready should we need them.
So let me ask you, Sheriff, if someone does see some extensive damage to their home and they do need to seek some kind of shelter, how do they go about getting into these facilities?
Yeah, certainly. They contact their local emergency management team. We've been on conference calls with all our local emergency management coordinators. We have 22 towns along 27 miles of coastline here on the Jersey Shore in Monmouth. And so our emergency management coordinators know just what to do in their local municipality. And that's the go-to first, and then we coordinate with them if we need to do some long-term sheltering.
What are you urging families to do right now as they're watching, seeing the winds pick up, knowing that it's headed our way?
Particularly our visitors, we have a big tourism industry here in the Jersey Shore, and so we want them as well to bring in any of the coolers and beach chairs and umbrellas that are not secure out there, because that's the biggest thing in the high wind event. I'm watching your screen, the rip currents. I can't encourage enough. If there's no lifeguards on duty, do not go in the water and do not swim. And particularly post-storm, because we see a lot of shifts with the tidal surges. We'll see a lot of shifts in the sandbars, and that will cause a lot of rip currents in different locations that they weren't tomorrow. So post-storm is always just as dangerous for our swimmers and our surfers come tomorrow. So we encourage them, ask the lifeguards that are on duty, and don't swim on the unattended beaches.
Last question, Sheriff. What about the vulnerable populations? Any way to check on them and make sure they make it through this safely?
Sure. We have a pretty robust storm program. We call it Seniors Taking On Readiness Measures. And so we have a whole registry of register-ready candidates that are in the system. And we're in constant communication with the local emergency management coordinators. So should we have a power outage and they need things like portable oxygen and the like, we're at the ready.
All right, Sheriff Golden, you have got a big job ahead of you. Thank you for spending a little time with us today. We do appreciate it.